Welcome to HYM5. An education, health and care plan is one of the most important documents that a child will have in their entire life. It sets out their goals and ambitions both in the short term and for the future, and establishes the roadmap through which they will get there. Section F of the plan, of course, is important because it sets out the educational provision that the child will require in order to make those ambitions a reality. The law in this area is actually quite straightforward. Section 42, subsection 2 of the Children and Families Act 2014 creates an absolute duty on local authorities to secure the educational provision set out in Section F of the plan. So this really means that they're required to fund it. Now, of course, on a practical level, it's schools that deliver Section F of the plan, but it's important to remember that the duty, the legal duty, will always sit with the local authority. So in theory, at least, this is how it should work. A child will have an education, health and care plan. Section F will set out the provision that they will require. The local authority will then comply with their duty under Section 42, subsection 2 and secure that provision, so they will make that funding available. And schools will have the funding that they require in order to deliver Section F of the plan. So in theory, at least, that's how it should work. Now, of course, we all know that there is a significant funding crisis, which is well recognised even at national level. In October 2023, a cross-party group of MPs wrote to the Chancellor urging that significant additional funding was required to be injected into the SEND system in the region of £4.6 billion. So really there lies the problem. If the government's budget is insufficient in the first place, that means that when funding is disseminated to local authorities through the national funding formula, local authorities themselves will be under significant pressure. It's well recognised that local authorities have a significant deficit in high needs funding, estimated to be in excess of £2 billion. And that means that when schools receive funding, the funding that they will receive is completely insufficient. So schools are left in this impossible position of trying to deliver on Section F of the ACP plan, but with insufficient funding to do it. Now, it's important to remember that the duty under Section 42, subsection 2 is absolute. It has no regard for the funding or the budget that's set by local authorities. It has no concern about the deficits that local authorities have. All that it's concerned with is ensuring that the child will receive absolutely what they are entitled to under Section F of the plan. So that funding must be provided. HY Education is a schools-only law firm. We've recently launched a new service, which is a SEND review and challenge service. So if you'd like more information about how we can support your school in obtaining the funding that it should be receiving, do get in touch.